Morena everybody. Morena, tina koutou whānau. Haere mai everyone. Come on in, grab a seat. How you doing? Look at this. Straight out of microphone mode. I like a professional. What? Yeah, meaning I'm working on a roll call thing. I think it's so awesome to see you guys here. Summer! She tried to claim that yesterday. Bless her soul. Technically, according to Chatbot, Meanie was first. Meanie was first today. I was getting ready behind the scenes and her alert went off and it scared the crap out of me. I just about had coffee come out my nose. Oh my goodness. Lurking today, I saw Odie and Radioactive Beer and Catastrophe Black. I didn't see your name, Summer. You'll be lurking. That's all good, Marty. It's super late for you. I know it. Lee, how you doing? Yes, my flatmates are lurking. I appreciate that. That's not creepy whatsoever. It's coffee gang today, Lee. Maybe on my next break I'll make a cup of tea. You were here an hour and a half ago. Well, were you? Delphinius, God, welcome back, buddy. How was work? You said you knocked off. No. Oh, bless your soul. What are you doing up this early? You're up super early. Scout was not first. Crack up. Scout, you haven't been first for a wee while, actually. Thank you for the host, Meanie, as well. And thank you, Scout, for the host. I appreciate it. I really do. I can't remember what our record is, but I know we broke a record yesterday with the number of subscribers we have. Thank you so much, guys. It's it's a hard thing to process, and as stupid as that sounds, it really is. It really genuinely is. And it's a hard thing to process when people come in and, you know, they're changing your life. That's a steam train that doesn't stop, unfortunately, that one. So, take it. What's this? You dump my coffee and get a tea? Excuse me, Lee. Okay, so we're proper friends now. I met a few people yesterday as well, including Lee. Lee's accent is not as posh as I thought it was. Just gonna put that out there. I'm kidding. You were fine. You sounded lovely. You have a fantastic accent. Oh man, yesterday was actually a really good day. Yesterday was a very humbling day. And I know there's a couple people in chat that were here, and there's a couple of people that weren't here yesterday. I should probably put the camera on so you guys can see me talking about this at least. Hi! Camera on again for the second time today. I got some really awesome humbling messages in Discord yesterday that literally just took the wind out of my sails, I promise. You're not posh at all. You never claimed to be posh, that's the thing, but I think I expected you to be super posh, but you were half posh. Something like that. Break Kimmy, Dave, part 2. No, we're good today, guys. I lost my voice after stream. Jamie actually made me a cup of tea, a cup of like herbal tea. And he had it sitting on the bench with some honey when I finished yesterday, and I went out there and I just couldn't even get 2 words out. I felt so tight, and that's why I took a break before I jumped in voice with you guys. And then yesterday there was a party in Gold Voice in Scalia. That was so much fun, guys. I don't know, I had lots of laughs. I think it was a Scalia After Dark kind of thing. A few people let their hair out. It was quite interesting for sure. So oh, definitely. Jamie is priceless. I can't put a price on him, to be honest. I don't know where he is. His computer's on, but I don't know where he is. I'm sure he will say hi shortly. So we have no, seriously, if you did, I would probably have words with like your parents or something if you did that again. That was incredible. Incredible generosity. Beyond incredible. Oh, breathing. Espresso gang. I know, Meanie. I've got coffee today. Don't worry. I'm going to drink it before I spill it. That's definitely a thing today. We need a tea emoji. Well, guess what? I was told 3 days ago by the girl we commissioned to do my emotes that we would get it within 3 to 7 days. She put on Twitter today she's taking a day off to do some personal stuff, so it's going to be delayed again. And that's okay, and it's really a good reminder to be, you know, really patient with people that are going through stuff, because I think if you're going through something really serious, you don't just go through it and then be okay. It usually stays with you for a really long time. So I'm totally okay with the fact that she's not okay and she's taking her time, and it's going to be worth it. I know it'll be worth it. So she's got a tea, a sipping emote, Summer. So there's one, and when we get that, you can spam the crap out of it. I think you guys like it. I think a sipping one is definitely best. So what's up, Tea Gang? Where's Funky? I don't know where Funky is. It's a little bit late. What is it? Yeah, it's a wee bit late for him. Kind of. And also, if you guys check out my Twitter, and Insta and all that as well, I posted a beautiful picture that Marty drew, and she, I think it's part of a bigger picture, but she clipped that little bit for me. You guys should definitely go check it out. She's such a good artist. Yeah, Marty, I'm talking about you, if you can hear me. She's so talented, and she says she doesn't like, you know, bits and pieces of what she's doing that she doesn't like. And I think every artist feels that way. You always see something that you're doing, and you're always going to see faults in it. I know I do that. I get that all the time with my builds, like all the time. I always see something I really don't like. And other people are sitting there going like, oh my god, I love what you're building, and I'm like, can you not see the 1,000 things that's wrong with it? So I understand how that works with artists as well. They're always harder on themselves than they need to be, so I got it. What's this? You like tea and coffee, you're in both clubs. Me too, I'm just a morning coffee person, and I drink tea the rest of the day. I drink a lot of herbal tea, like a butt ton of herbal tea. I've got peppermint tea for like during the day, and I've got a St. John's wort tea actually, which is really good for anxiety, if you didn't know. If you didn't know, I'm an anxious person. Shock, horror, revelation city today, right? I'm sure you guys knew that already. See it a mile off. You look at her and you're just like, oh yeah, she's riddled with anxiety. You can see that a mile off. But I drink a lot of tea during the day, and then I tend to drink coffee just in the mornings. So I'm both camps for sure. But my Yorkshire tea is a little bit more special because it's harder to come by in New Zealand. You can't just go down and pick it up at the supermarket. It is an import item. And because Lee bought it for me, I'm really treating it like quite specially. I've made a pretty good dent in it, I'll let you know that for sure. Didn't even promote myself, guys. Anxiety Club, this is what I like. I like it that you guys can come here and you can just go, yeah, you know, I have anxiety, or I struggle with depression, or I have imposter syndrome, or I have you know, whatever plethora of issues you have. And I like the fact that you guys can come here and tell people that, or at least not tell people, but feel, if someone else feels comfortable talking about it, you know, you're not sitting there and you're alone with it, because you're definitely not. Let me assure you of that. If I was a betting man, good thing I'm not a man, I would put money on the fact that you are not alone at all with your issues. So breathing in. So it is Saturday morning, guys. Saturday 10 o'clock. I don't even know what the date is. It's the 15th of August apparently, according to Windows. And we're gonna have a good day today, guys. We're gonna fix the rest of this terrain. I am thoroughly enjoying this building without pressure, this kind of stage of the map, and just tidying up the map and doing this kind of thing. So we're definitely going to do that, and then I'm hoping I might be able to make a start on the mines. But today, as you guys know, on a Saturday, it's a slightly shorter stream. We start later. We still finish at the same time, but we start later, just so my moderators know. Especially, it's my specialty from Lee. Specialty. Speciality. Did I fix? Is that fixed? Did I think that was fixed and then I walked away from it? Oh, I don't know. This it's because like this tea is a disaster. This tree is a disaster. That's what it is. We are also responsible hosts here, and I really need to acknowledge that when you come in and hang out with us, feel free to be yourself. It's okay not to be okay, and keep in mind that as a responsible host, we accept you for the way you are. But we also provide you with tea, coffee, and a dessert cut, and a savory meal, because nutrition is important. So Mini has organized ratatouille. If you guys don't know that, I know that's eggplant, courgette, eggplant, tomato, red onion. That's as far as I remember. Ratatouille is not a super common dish, but I do remember learning about it when I was a chefing student, just so you guys know. And the recipe is actually quite an interesting one. Instead of dicing the vegetables, it's sliced. And please remember as well, we will never give you a link that you can't click. All the links we provide are safe. We won't lead you anywhere that you shouldn't be, to the dark side of the internet, because that's not what we're about here. So, and Mama Sugar, I don't even know how to pronounce that still. Okay, I will give a high five to the person who can pronounce it. Oh my god, Mama Sugar, I think you need to enlighten us a little bit on it as well. I feel like it's a classic dish, but I don't know a lot about it. And I think when I studied cookery, a lot of my cookery was modern cookery. There was some traditional, naturally, millefeuille. Oh, fancy meanie. Oh my gosh. If I, like, the traditional things we did learn about were the, you know, your standard mise en place, your like mirepoix, your bouquet garnis, your bechamels, your just basic stuff, I guess, your vinaigrette, your mayonnaise, like all these traditional recipes, that kind of stuff. You were actually expected to know that off by heart. Like, you should not have to go and look at a recipe and go, okay, how do I make mayonnaise, or what the ratio is. We were expected to know that off by heart because they were absolute pure classics. Obviously the flavors in them changed, but outside of that, you had to know the basics and stuff like that. You work in a kitchen, I'll tell you what, oh my god. I am a qualified chef. I'm a fully qualified professional chef and patissier. I studied for 2 years full time to get my qualifications. I have level 3 professional cookery and level 4 professional cookery under my belt, along with a couple of other bits and pieces. And I worked for 14 years as a hotel chef. In my last job, I was head chef of, in essence, it was 2 hotels, and I burnt out. Oh, in a blaze of glory. I sure did. I burnt out so horribly. And I swear, the people that used to work with me, I mean, I know they're not here right now, but I am so sorry. Cooking changes you, and when you're stressed, it changes you. It really does. And I know that I'm a different person now to the person I was in kitchens. I'm gonna put that out there. I do. I know a lot of... It's hard work. Hospitality is hard work anyway. What's this, your kitchen hand? Let's open a cafe. Never. Never in a million years. Never, ever, ever. Thank you, but no thank you. Never, ever, ever. I would rather cut off my arm and cook it up and serve it for dinner than open a cafe. Never, 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 never. No, never. It's too much stress. Too much hard work. I'm not scared of hard work, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of uncertainty in owning a business. There's a lot of financial stress. I mean, what I'm doing now is financially stressful, but I mean, at least it's I don't have anyone else employed underneath me, so if anything goes wrong, it's only going to affect me. It's not going to affect other people, and you know, debt levels are more controllable. So you tried your apprenticeship with the chef that was teaching you, ruined it for you? How did the chef ruin it for you? The thing is, it's really hard when you get someone who does really take the enjoyment out of the industry you're trying to get into for you. But on the same token, if you're going in with like rose-colored glasses, hospitality is not a nice place generally. It's hot, it's fast, it's aggressive, it's always trending, it's always like, you've got to have your finger on the ball at all times. You got to stick up with you got to go with what's trending and keep, you know, modern and fresh and stuff like that. And It's long hours, lower pay when you're starting off. You don't get a lot of thanks. You don't get a lot of tips. There's like a million things that I could list that's really hard about the hospitality industry. But then one of the rewarding things is when empty plates come back and, you know, the wait staff are just like, oh, that table really enjoyed it. And you're just like, oh, thank God. Even though you got like 50 tickets in front of you still to cook. It's very rewarding. Excuse me. Coffee. It must be coffee. Definitely coffee. Tell you what I did forget to do, guys. I did forget to promote myself, which I should probably get onto that right before I forget. We'll get some more friends in here anyway. But yeah, it's just a chill day today. Just working on fixing tree roots and just making sure I'm really happy with the terrain before we move underground, because once I've done this bit above ground, I'm probably not going to revisit it. Just so you guys know. Get on my Discord. Discord hates me at the moment. Discord is absolutely terrible. Where am I looking? I'm here. And I'm here. There we go. There we go. And we're back. So, what's that? It's again. I like to say it's emotionally. You're actually not wrong. It is coffee. Coffee really wrecks my voice like every day. Just in the morning, like I always have to just go like an old man. Like a sheep, actually. It sounds like a sheep. Sheep don't make that noise, but I'll tell you what, Discord is always a pain. You're actually not wrong. Summer Discord, I have had terrible ping, especially in voice calls. My ping to the Discord servers have been about 300 milliseconds, 306 the other day. And everyone turns into a robot and I just can't hear people and they can't hear me, which is annoying because if you're in a voice call, you've got opinions and you want to say stuff. So I'm finding it super tricky. But here's a question I'm curious. If you guys have studied, what is something about the industry you studied in that surprised you once you were in it? Like if there was something, oh, I haven't set up my brush. If there's something about the industry that you worked in that you had known before you studied, like would it have changed your opinion? I'm curious to know because a lot of people have very much rose-colored glasses on with hospitality. And it is messy and it is hot and it is long hours and it's horrible. Brashosphere. Oh. I know, Lee. I don't know. Any of those sheep, I don't know. We've got, I think I sent it to Moni, didn't I? I think I pinned it yesterday. I think I actually helped myself. Pinned messages. Yeah, I did. Check me out. Okay. You guys are like, whatever. Oh, and in there. Brush size 2. Yeah, and then our mask is stone. Cobblestone. My nails are really long, guys. They're absolutely freaking stunning. But the longer they get, the worse I type. I'm not even kidding. I cannot type with long nails at all. It's so bad. Grass block. Block. Oh, come on, Kim. You got this. You're just showing everyone you can't type, regardless of how long your nails are. Podzol. Brown. Concrete. Powder. I think. Let's see. Yep. 11 out of 10. I believed in me. I always believe in me sometimes. What? You couldn't make my stream last night? You were here yesterday, you Wally. I remember seeing you, Blue. How you doing anyway? I'm fairly confident I remember seeing you. I think a lot of yesterday turned into a blur. I think Dalphonia's had a really good walk home yesterday. Just quietly. Hospitality is stuffed up but is paying for things. Yeah, this is it. Like it for me in the end it was paying the bills. Oh, also guys, I have tissues today. Just so you know, my nose is running just like a super little bit. It's a Kimmy, it is! Hi Kermit, how you doing? It's nice to see you guys. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. I appreciate it, I do. It's always good to see you. Was this education was way more work than you thought, and I knew it was a lot of work ahead of time, and it's hard to get us started. That's what I'm curious about, Summer, like, because I know you've talked about it with me over the years, you know, here and there. And stuff like that, and I've always been really surprised that you said it was harder than you thought and harder to get started and all. Oh my god, Tree, you gave me a fright. The fact that it's hard to get a start and surprises me. I always thought there's such a need for teachers. Good morning, Tree. You gave me the heck. Almost, yeah, you got me. Did you see the mouse move? Yeah, you got me. Let me control that that heckin' startle I got with a little bit of coffee. I'm always surprised that people say it's hard to get a start in. When I always just thought that the industry has such a high demand for teachers in general. You don't have to share, but I'm curious to know a little bit more about it. Definitely. It's always nice to hear what you guys have to say. I do like it. Lee, what's this? Dale's turning on his stuff. That's all good, buddy. You take care of yourself first. I'm sure if Lee was here, he'd tell you to make a cup of tea. Photography I studied, the art element got destroyed. My technology and the flood of Instagram photographers who flooded the market and made it unrealistic as a full-time job. That's interesting, Lee. That's actually interesting. I never thought about it that way. You're not wrong. And I suppose as well with that kind of sort of ties in with music artists as well. That the online era or the digital era probably removed a lot of their job security. Especially with piracy. Actually, you can be all brushed. Yeah, stuff like that. Did I watch the video? No, I have not, Tree. I was literally putting on makeup. Yes, guys, I have to conceal. I'm so spotty at the moment. Because I'm so stressed. It's ridiculous. Not sleeping. Definitely not sleeping properly. And we're moving this weekend. So, I was putting on makeup, Tree. I couldn't, I'm sorry. But I mean, feel free to DM me if you want and I will check it out after stream. I would love to see it. Thank you for reminding me actually as well. I would have forgotten. It's a bit like that at the moment. It's real life is a bit. It's that's an interesting one for sure. What's this new teaching is a matter of who you know despite the constant claim of needing good teachers? That makes me mad though. Because like if you're freshly qualified, right, how do you get a break? Do you have to, is it about who you know? That upsets me because someone could be like perfectly qualified and really good at what they're doing and obviously they need to get started somewhere in the industry. And if they can't, oh, we've been here, guys. We've been here. I think I have a script. Oh, I know where we are. That's why we're at the back of the house. That's all right. We'll keep going this way. I'm gonna have to do a couple of sweeps of this forest anyway. Yeah, see, stuff like this is coming out for sure. That's actually really interesting. And that makes me mad as well. And I know that's in any industry, and I know it's quite often about who you know, not what you know. And what I actually find is, because I live in a small town, I think Queenstown is very much like that too, with a lot of stuff. It's about who you know, not what you know. If that's anywhere, I know that's not unique to us here, but it still upsets me a little bit. Especially to hear that, especially because you could be really good at it, but someone else will get the job because they're mates with so-and-so or whatever, and we'll, you know, get a recommendation instead, you know. Thank you as well. I'm not super fond of moving. I don't think anyone is super fond of moving, but I do enjoy the sorting of the stuff. I do quite like thinning what I own every time I move. I haven't moved that often. Since I've lived with the boys, I've moved 3 times. This is the 3rd time I've moved with them. But before then, I actually lived in my last house for like 5 years. And then the house before that was like 4 years. So So I don't really move that often until recently. So it's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah, it did. Exactly, Lee. It happened with music the same as it did with video. I never put the two together, but that makes sense now that you pointed out. That's sucky. That's super sucky. Let's just fill this all up with bombs. I had a moment of panic last night as well. I was like, oh, I'm telling everyone this is the best adventure map ever, and I'm like, is it? I literally had like a moment of self-doubt. I'm just put that out there since it's the, you know, honesty table today for whatever reason. I had a little moment of self-doubt for a second. I mean, best adventure map ever. I mean, that's just clickbaity kind of title, and that's kind of why I went for it, because it's quite bold. But what have we got? What's subbing is a good way to get to know people. That's a good point, actually. We got to start somewhere, I guess, and being a substitute teacher probably is a good start. We're gonna have to put some water in as well today, you guys, because we forgot to do it yesterday. Oh, this is messy. Oh, I've been here. I have been here. Yes, I have indeed been here. That's good. Well, I could just use the brush I have available to me and try to fan it out a little bit. That clearly looks like a big blob of road in it. I mean, maybe not everyone would notice that, but I noticed that. Let's pull that down a little bit there. Cloudy day. How you doing? And also, Tree, thank you for the 100 bits. Before I even forget my manners. Oh, I'm so bad at that sometimes. All the time, Kim. Sometimes. All the time. I do. I always try to say thank you where I remember. Most of the time I do. So what's been happening since I saw you guys last? It's been like 24 hours. Pretty much bang on. 24 hours. What did I do? I was in Voice yesterday, Gold Voice. I think I said that at the start of stream. That was a lot of fun, guys. That was a super amount of fun. I really enjoyed that. It was kind of good to get to know everyone like a little bit more, a little bit better. Ori joined us at the end. That was cool. I miss his voice. He's such a good human. Ori is like an OG Escallion. He's been there since the start. So he's been around longer than most people, for sure. That was a lot of fun. If you guys were there, I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I quite liked it. It was very good. Very good. I liked it a lot. Oh man. Tell you what, I don't know if I'd go back to studying though. Probably not. Did Ori? Yeah, he did, Meanie. He came in actually not long after you left. He came in and told us about how he proposed to his fiance, which is such a sweet story. It was so wholesome. It was disgusting. It was just so wholesome. It was borderline just like, oh my god, that's so cute, it's gross. He did. I left actually not too long after you though. How are we gonna get, if you get down here, how are you gonna get out? Here. That's how you're gonna get out. See, it's this kind of stuff like I have to think about with my testers. Oh man. Every time I see gravel, I'm like, yeah, I know how they got there. Oh, shocking. Shocking. Guys, yesterday I got Money. Money woke me up at 5 AM. And if she's there, she's probably just like, oh god, can stop it already. It was yesterday. So I was super tired. I woke up really early.
Hey. How you doing?
Guys, welcome in, Raiders. Hello. Kia ora. Welcome. Tēnā koe, guys. Hi to my whānau. Come on in. What's cracking? Thank you, Wild, for the raid. I appreciate that. What's cooking? Good looking. What you up to? Love you too, Chicky. You know that. Love me, my dog craft crew, and my food craft crew. You know that. Bonjour. Gummy with Tiffany's. Thank you. Hi. How you doing? Peter, Pumpkin Eater, Troublemaker. What are you up to, buddy? What's cracking. Thank you indeed. I actually really appreciate it. Well, what were you up to? What were you doing? What were you cooking? Were you playing modded still? You were playing modded last time, weren't you? If I remember. Cloudy's onto it. Kia ora Raiders. Kia ora whānau. Grab a seat. Get comfortable. We're talking about all sorts today, actually. Kind of open discussion, I guess. Minecraft slash just chatting. And we're just fixing terrain. So if you want to come chill, feel free. Family friendly. Super chill. Couple of hours today. Thank you, no, exactly. I always forget to ask for a shout out for every raider, which I think is the least I can do for sure. Guys, seriously hit Wild with a follow. She's awesome human. Really, really awesome. Really, really awesome. I highly recommend her. You know, she's like when you buy a TV and you know you've bought a really good TV and the TV is good value for money. That's Wild. She's a good TV. If you were a TV Wild, I would buy you. I would totally buy you. I would buy one of you for my lounge and one of you for my bedroom and one of you for like the kitchen. Oh my gosh, I would love to have a TV in my kitchen one day. How cool would that be, right? So if you guys want to buy the latest model of Wild, you go over and you just hit that follow button on her Twitch channel and it will be installed straight onto your device, your viewing device. Thank you for purchasing Wild Incorporated. Keep the receipt. What's this? You had your job interview today and you're most likely here next week. If I'm invited for a second interview, at least you got a good feeling about it. That's even better, Peter. So that means you can just put the weekend sort of just on ice and you can just go, okay, I did it. I feel good about it. And you can be positive. And I'll tell you what, I will think super positive thoughts for you. I really will. You don't know how you feel about the snow. If you look at the snow from a distance, don't mind my floating tree. The snow does make a little bit more sense. Oh, you don't know what to think of this? I thought you said the snow. I'm like, I like my snow. C minor. I like you too sometimes. I'm kidding. Wild. Did you tell me what you were doing? Oh, about being a TV. Okay. Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm pretty sure I just got the wrong end of the stick. But I tell you what, I am going to fix some of the snow just because now I'm like really like, but is the snow a good idea? Welcome to the brain of Kim. Yeah, it gets a bit like that sometimes. Gets a bit messy, you know? Like Peter's personality all over the show. It's not even... What's this? Can you do short world edit videos for YouTube, please? I'm trying to learn on stream and through groups, but it'd be great to see how you do it. Oh my god, Lee, I do it so backwards. I am self-taught as well. It's literally my world edit is like my typing. I taught myself how to do it. I taught myself badly, poorly, and now I'm stuck with my bad habits. I mean, I kind of do the basics. Probably what you need is someone to... Wild! I just had a good idea. Oh, you like this? No, good. Wild, do you remember? Okay, guys. On Dogcraft, as part of the build team, I actually made a world edit tutorial. Did I ever get that off the servers, Wild? And what I did was, it's a full-on map. It's modular. And in the first bit, it teaches you about positions and about copy, pasting, rotating, tree brush, da-da-da, all this stuff. And it's literally like 20-something models. And you just work, each platform has like one world edit module. And it's a world download. Wasn't it? Do you remember Wild? Yeah, do you remember? I did. I actually built a basic world edit tutorial for the new builders that were coming into Dogcraft, and I don't think it ever got used in the end for whatever reason. Which is fine, but it's still there. And I think that actually would be... Oh my god, Lee, I could give that to you and it could be your birthday and Christmas present. And I should probably actually do that, guys, and publish it. Actually, I might do that. I mean... If you guys are fine with it, I'm fairly confident Dogcraft will be alright with that. I would like to publish that as my project. You know, it's kind of like if you put it on Facebook, you know, it becomes official. So me saying in stream, I'm like, yeah, I'm totally going to publish this thing. It's kind of me just announcing it's going to happen. I acknowledge that I do need to make sure Dogcraft are fine for giving it back to me. It is my... I made it, but I guess it's their intellectual property because I made it for Dogcraft? Question mark? I don't know. You guys tell me. We'll do it. We'll see. What's it? It definitely should still be there. Jim and Gags. Jim and Gags is my alt. Jim and Gags is actually not my alt. My alt is Jackson Kim. Jim and Gags is like every time I say something that's probably not supposed to be said or terrible advice. Like it's always not kimandjax. It's Jim and Gags. It's life hacks with Jim and Gags. This is just so you guys know. It's not me. Right, let's get back into the forest. Make sure this is all good. I think we need water in here. Shall we put... I don't think I do want water in here. I think I like it as it is. I think what I'll do is just add some more lilacs. It is life hacks with Jim and Gags. Full on disclaimer. Full on disclaimer. We're already at hacks with Jim and Gags. Lee, I would love to... It was a wildfire. How you doing, Chris? I haven't seen you for like a day. I saw you yesterday. I'm fairly confident. It's always nice to see you come in, friend, as well. Definitely, you are very welcome here. A friend of Wilds is a friend of mine for sure, and a friend of Dogcraft is a friend of mine, and all the other stuff like that. Let's not get into plugging because I totally will. You are a TV. Also, congratulations on your promotion, Wild to TV. You were just farting around and you weren't playing modded today. There we go. I didn't want to ask again. Just like guys. I did not drink enough water yesterday, which is probably why my face is really spotty. Guys, I've got so much makeup on. You have no idea. I mean, like, if you look close enough, you would see it. I'm just gonna, like... I'm gonna stream like this today so you guys can't see how much makeup I've got on. No, you're all good. You're all good. Well, I mean, I'm fine with like, repeating stuff. Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm just like playing around with the points a little bit. I don't want to do it too often, but I want to make it cheap enough so you guys actually spend your points and just sitting there lurking like a lurker, like a queeper. Oh yeah, but it's because of makeup, Wild. That's exactly what it is. It's literally makeup. I'm just under a lot of pressure at the moment, outside of streams, with a lot of stuff going on. So all I'm doing today is just literally just fixing little bits of terrain. Nothing super exciting, but I really want to make sure it's done before I move underground, and then the next stage of the map, which I am the most excited about. Lurking like a scout. Yeah, Scout's got some pretty intense channel points goals, and if anything, I mean, I can't pick on him for it because it's quite admirable that he is being very dedicated. I'm trying to get you guys to spend your channel points, and I'd love you to spend your channel points because it creates good content and a lot of like fun for us. Ooh. Well, hello, Ravine. Well, that was disappointing. I can stay like that. You can get out again. You can pick up. You can go this way. I should probably drink more water. Definitely. That is when Kiwi Girl became a truck. You're not wrong. She totally did. Thank you. Oh, you're so kind, Zimona. That is the best kind. We love our Nimby, definitely. Thank you for spending channel points on Nimby. She is a beautiful little kitty cat. She is like super floof at the moment, guys. And she's not even my cat. So if you guys didn't know, I lost my little Jax almost 3 years ago. Her anniversary is actually coming up on the 5th of September. Is when I had to put her to sleep. And but Nimby kind of, she was a foster kitten for my friends who they live in a city 5 hours north of me. Gravel party, right? And when they were fostering her, they fell in love with her, and just they ended up sharing more and more pictures, and I was getting snaps every day. And then this is about the same time I created my Discord and stuff like that, and they sort of got involved helping me a little bit. And then I was just like, well, let's incorporate, well, I played an adventure map with them, and then I incorporated Nimby into that, and it kind of just stuck around, and you guys really like it. And so if you don't know, if you redeem channel points for Nimby, Bay and SD actually take photos and put them in the Discord, and they'll tag you and let you know that, you know, she's been treated. And her treats are not even like treats, because if you didn't know, cat treats and dog treats are like really high in calories. I think I just, yeah, there we go, a floating rock. So what we don't want to do is obviously give her any health issues. So she's been trained to be given one cat biscuit at a time, and she thinks it's treats, and it's so sweet, guys, and it really is the cutest little thing you've ever seen. And sometimes she gets like really like aggressive about it. She gets like a bit chompy, not negative, like she just gets really excited about the treats and she gets chompy. So sometimes if you redeem channel points, you'll get like, you'll see your kitty treats, but sometimes you'll get a chompy treat where she'll like bite Faye's hand or something like that. So it's definitely worth it. It really is. Thank you for spending your channel points. I appreciate it. You just saw some pictures the other day and Nimby got so big. I know. She's like, but she's all fluff, guys. She's literally like all fluff. Oh, this tree. These big trees, when they get like super floaty, super floaty. I'm not saying it. You're thinking it. I'm not saying it, but you're thinking it. When I get these floaters, I'm just waiting for RT to come in and just add to it, I swear. I'm always just like, oh god, here we go. Here's a lot of editing. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's consequences for my own action. As you can see, I've also spilt water on this map because I pasted literally a quarter of this place by accident the other day. I selected a big region on my clipboard and I didn't realize my mistake. So we've got a little bit of fixing up to do. Just a little. Thank you as well, Meanie. Thank you for the links, guys. Definitely go check out my Planet Minecraft and stuff. And if you want to see, I actually had some art drawn for me by the beautiful Marty. She surprised me and sent me a picture. I'm not even kidding. I like cried on the spot. That's not surprising when I saw it. So if you want to check out my latest post on Twitter, feel free. Marty is such a talented artist. She's so good at drawing. And she painted Jax and I just thought it was so sweet. It warms my heart. I wish you guys could have met her. I really do. I wish Jax could have hung on to see this stage of my life. But it's all good. Doors open where they're supposed to. Doors close where they're supposed to. And I am a firm believer in that. So let's just do that. Oh, it's almost break time as well, which is even better. Which means I can make a cup of tea, Lee. I probably won't make a cup of tea. I think I might. I should probably just drink more water. But what's this? Good news, the World Edit tutorial is still there. You're asking about getting a schematic. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome, Wild. Thank you. Yeah, I was having a look the other day as well. Well, not the other day. It was quite a wee while ago, and I'm pretty sure I don't have it. I would love to publish that for everyone. And Lee, that would really help you, I promise you. You just start at the first one and you just follow the instructions. I've made it really, really like straightforward. Like you don't have to have any World Edit knowledge to sit and do it. Like it explains it for you. And it gives you like little practice things. And when you're finished, you just delete the world and then reopen the world. And you can do it again and just like do it again and again and again until you get the hang of it. World Edit is not something you do like once or twice and then you got it. Like World Edit, it's so diverse. There are brushes, there are some incredible brushes out there, and there are add-ons and mods to World Edit as well, and then other versions and bits and pieces. Like there's so much about it that even I don't know, or I don't use. I use what I need for what I'm building is the best way to say it. If I have an idea of what I want to do, then I will research and see if there's a brush available for it, and then I'll teach myself that brush. That's kind of how I do it. So when I say World Edit tutorial, it's more like I don't think I would be the right person to teach someone properly how to use World Edit. I can show you how I've literally hobbled it together to work for me and how I use it, but outside of that. So I think when we're doing the mines, once I'm happy with this terrain, you will definitely see a little bit more World Edit in action. And if you were here for the farmlands, when we did that, a lot of this is World Edited, like all of the wheat and the carrots and stuff like that, that's all World Edited. When we're doing the lighting will be a kind of last stage, kind of, I guess, phase of the map as well. Making sure the signposts, and that's going to be a lot of fun, guys. You're going to have to help me name the roads and stuff like that. The main areas in the map already have names. Most of it, like the farmlands, doesn't technically have a name, but you know, the Magic Forest, I think we're just going to call it the Magic Forest. This is the estate. This is actually inspired by my friend King Crew. He built an estate mansion, so this doesn't look like his mansion, but he has a single player Minecraft world that he has with his community, sorry, like a little server. And it's called The Estate, and I was very inspired by that. So that's called The Estate. So every little bit has like a name, kind of like the Tiger Forest, like it's gonna be basically Eagle Vale. This mountain was named by tree, so that whole area is going to be Mount Fasaga, named after the Fasaga tree, named after tree, and named because of tree's generosity one day. And I'm rambling again, but I think the whole point to it is you guys are incorporating yourself into this map by the integration is there by participating and helping and speaking up and backseat gaming and stuff like that, and just being a part of it. So you know, that's what I really want, and that's what I'm really hoping to stand out with, is having this integration. We got a little raid, guys. Hi, how you doing? What do we got? Jack has Jack. How you doing, buddy? How was your stream? Are you just starting out? Like, feel free to tell us a wee bit about what you're doing and say hi. We're a friendly bunch, mostly. We don't bite all the time. Sometimes. How you doing? How you doing, Jack? It's nice to see you. What am I doing? I'm punching holes. Meanie's walked away, guys. We're gonna cause trouble. Now's the time to cause trouble. If you didn't know, Meanie has her own seat here. One of my favorite things to do is make sure people sit in her seat when she's not looking. I won't stop. You're good, that's awesome. Meanie's gone. You should get your flamethrower. No, Summer, what I'm meaning is like sit in Meanie's throne. Like someone like not like set the place on fire. Okay. And you're a teacher. Wait, how do you even know how to use a flamethrower? That's concerning. Something along those lines. You'll set the throne on fire. Oh my god, Tree, can you stop Summer from setting the throne on fire, please? That would be appreciated. We need some adults here. You're a science teacher. True. Okay, who let the pyro in? Apparently she was here from the start, according to... Okay, today we learned that Meanie's throne is collapsible, so she's... Meanie literally like, okay guys, I'm going for a break. She comes, she literally picks up her handbag and tucks her throne under her arm, and then she goes and stretches her legs, just so it's not... You bought, okay, do you know what? Wild basically just put her hand up and was just like, yeah, I bought the pyros in. You sure did! Oh my god, who even does that? Sorry, Meanie. I'm sorry. Honestly, you can't leave anything lying around here. If it's not nailed down, someone's either gonna steal it or they're gonna set it on fire. So, hide your Bunsen burners. Oh my god. Bunsen burners were fun. I was always really scared of beakers though when I did science at school because they're just so thin. And the idea of putting glass on a flame, like thin glass on a flame, not the greatest. You're just starting. That's all good, Jack. I'll tell you what, my honest advice to you is keep going. Keep on, keep on. Keep on keeping on. Don't give up. Don't. It doesn't matter if you have 1 people or 1,000 people watching you. Do the same thing and stay true to yourself. You know, find what you like and stick to it. And I wish you all the best, genuinely. Thanks for coming in and saying hi and making yourself known. You're doing the right thing by rating people that are a step ahead of you, I guess. You know, I do the same. Making new friends. Bio, welcome back, buddy. How you doing? Bio is our new friend also. We met Bio the other day. Oh man. Tell you what, I think I might have to pay my beta testers. Like, this is gonna be a nightmare. Oh. There's so many hiding places. I don't know about you guys, but when I see a lot of this, I'm just like, oh my god. This would be so cool. Yes, fire tick is off. Let me game roll do fire tick false. I'm pretty sure it's off. In the config files as well. Just double check and thanks, Tree. You're giving me anxiety about that. I'm like, is fire tick off? It better be. A sweet baby Jesus. I would cry if this place set on fire. Although we do back it up every now and then. I don't think it's been backed up for like a week or maybe 2 weeks now. So actually that's a good point. I should ask my friends to back it up today. And as soon as I got a 1.16.2 version that is stable enough, apparently Voxel Map is making, let me write it down. Apparently Voxel Map is making 1.16.2 versions crash, is what I heard. So how does one become a tester? Okay, well you have to pay me a gazillion dollars. And then we have to be friends on Facebook. And then you have to like do the dishes and the washing for like a year, and like there's a massive criteria to be a beta tester. Not at all. Well the thing is, of the last 2 maps I've made, I've already got testers for those. So what I'll do is I'll approach those same people because they've tested the last 2 maps for me. You already fail at step 1. You're having a bazillion dollars. Do you not have a bazillion dollars? No. No, I certainly don't either. Are you kidding me? I don't even know how many zeros are in bazillion dollars. If Scout was here and not actually lurking, I'm sure he'd figure it out and tell us for us. Tell you what, if you guys are lurking, and I'm thinking of one person in particular, I hope you're doing all good. I'm sorry, my voice dropped out yesterday. It did. I am having massive issues with Discord and my connectivity to Discord. So, also because I know you're watching, do you know what my microphone is? It's the microphone you recommended. I got the Rode Procaster. Do you remember that like 2-hour meeting we had? Guys, I'm talking to a stranger who's lurking and I'm not gonna call them out, not by name. But I know since they're watching, I can actually just say thank you to your face for the recommendation. It's worth the money. Definitely worth the money. It's a good microphone. Show. You might win the lotto today. Cloudy day. Back the truck up. Squeeze me. I'm winning the lotto today, just so you know. If you guys didn't know, the lottery in New Zealand has jackpotted to 50 million, which is the maximum. Like, so it has to be won today. If first division doesn't go, it'll trickle down to second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth. So it has to be won today. So Cloudy is literally just talking hot air out of a hole in their head. So they're gonna win. I don't think so. I'm gonna win, guys, and I'm gonna jet set around and I'm gonna have a coffee with every single person I know within the Minecraft community and everyone hanging out here. Probably won't visit the States. Do you know, and I'm saying this, what, a Brazilian dollars? That it's I was like a tip, what? A bazillion dollars I don't even think exists. I think I'm just talking crap as well myself, but definitely. Yeah, it's really good. It is really good. But anyway, $50 million is a lot of money. I don't know what that is in US dollars. 50 mil if someone wants to do a conversion real quick. I mean, it's fanciful. I mean, it's a pipe dream. You got to be in to win, you know, and you know, there's technically gambling as well. And I've got an unusual point of view on gambling, only because I saw it almost ruin a family member of mine, so I'm kind of not okay with gambling generally, particularly pokies, like what do you guys call them, slot machines, and stuff like that. So I'm really not keen on it. But I think when it comes to a life-changing sum of money like 50 mil, you'd be doing yourself a disservice by not at least trying or at least participating. I mean, if you can spare $20 even just to buy one ticket, you won't miss $20, you know. So yeah, I'll call you when I'm a millionaire tonight, Cloudy. I'm kidding. This is no, and I'm really hoping it does. I'm really hoping First Division isn't won. I'm really hoping Powerball doesn't go, and I'm hoping that it's like 6 or 7 people win it, because that would change so many lives. So many lives. It would be so good. Yeah. It's a lot of money. I don't even really want to think about it. It's always that discussion when people just like, oh my god, if I won like millions of dollars, this is what I'd do. And I don't know if that's like the healthiest thing to sort of get into, like to dream about that kind of stuff. I think you can work hard and earn like a decent amount of money, but I mean, That's so unfair to think about too, because... Oh, I know where we are. Yeah, we're at the house. What's this? You play gambling games as long as nothing like money is attached. So what are you gambling for? Your kidney? Your liver? Your car? Your house? Are you meaning just like online for just for the lols? Yeah, I know a lot of people tend to do that. I think it's the addictive nature. Oh my gosh, I have the cutest story. So I bumped into one of our class 4 drivers from my last job, Steve, outside a pub the other week. We went for dinner with friends. Oh, this was actually ages ago. And I hadn't seen him, and he's like, "Oh, Kimmy, it's so good to see you." Oh my gosh, Kumara. Oh, I have to tell you the Steve story soon. Kumara. Wow, we're so lucky today. I'm not even kidding. We've had Wild, we've had a new friend Jack, now we've got Kumara. Guys, Kumara is the sweetest potato on the planet. Oh, Kumara. Are we your first raid? I'm gonna stretch. Sideways, just so you guys can see how many chins I have. I have 500 chins. All self-made. Hi guys. Thank you, No. Thank you, No. I appreciate the shout out, definitely. Guys, Kumura is just getting started as well in streaming, and it's very admirable. It really is. And I think anyone that streams, I know there's quite a few that here that do, and like even you Wild and stuff like that. Like it takes a bit of time and it takes a little bit of confidence to really get to where you feel comfortable with streaming. And even then, you know, it's still really hard work. So good on you, chick. Honestly, you have my support 100%, and I hope you go far with it. For sure. I think it's really important to surround yourself with good people if you're going to get into something like this, because you know there's some not nice people out there in the world as well. Oh, it's another one of these. No, I just took a screenshot without the cords. Yeah, because that's how I roll. So thank you so much, Kumara. I think that's actually a real privilege. We are your first raid. I was in her stream before, guys. She's building on one of Iskel's servers. She was building on the honey hub, I think. The honey nether hub. She's doing a really good job. Apart from the use of like Massacre, which I don't agree with personally in survival worlds, but we won't get into that because I know I'm going to offend like 100 people if I talk about it. So I'll just reserve that opinion. I'll take that opinion. Here it is. Here, I'm just going to put it over there. We're not going to speak about it because we're all different, and we do respect that everyone has different opinions on things. So yeah, I might be right and you might be wrong. I'm just going to put that out there, and I'm just going to say maybe. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I may be kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you so much for the privilege of being a first raid. I think that's really special. Really, really special. You're doing such a good job on the hub. You really are. You're a very good builder. Very good person, guys. She's gonna hate me. She sounds like Miley Cyrus. She's probably literally going, no, Kimmy, no. And Tree's probably like, yes, Kimmy, yes. She does sound like Miley. Yeah, see? She does. She sounds like Miley, but better. And she's probably wearing more clothes than Miley as well, I'd safely say. So, what a blessing. Thank you, chick. I really appreciate it. That is super cool. Well, I'll tell you what, this is actually really good timing. I'm going to take a quick break. And I think that Tree and Kumo should be in charge. Just really, in fact, because my England is good, just the fact that, you know, we are her first raid and now she's here. I'd love to hand over the reins. You feel free to take over my stream for just a little bit. Tell us what you're doing. Tell everyone to stand up and do like 100 jumping jacks. Apparently, to be a beta tester for my maps, you need to have a bazillion dollars. You need to give me the bazillion dollars. So if you want to help me promote getting a bazillion dollars, you're welcome to do that. You guys can, yeah, I do, but I do trust you, Tree. There's only so much damage you can do within a pay cycle, I'm assuming, so. But also the fact that I do trust you, I always have, and if you guys didn't know, Tree was really, really good for me when I first started streaming. There was actually a whole bunch of them. I won't say everyone's names, just in case they don't want to be mentioned. They were really good for me when I first started streaming, and I really just didn't have the confidence to be by myself and just yammer away to like 3 people for 3 hours, because I tell you what, when I started streaming, it was just me for the first wee bit. So Tree was really good, and she was a very good person, and she supported me, and she's in voice with me quite often and kept me company and encouraged me. So yes, Tree, I do trust you. You know I trust you. Oh, there's another one. Some of these, we're probably gonna have to furnish these and turn it into some kind of town. Sweet baby Jesus. I think we should do the mines first and then come back out and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do with the trees. But if you guys have suggestions, you can say it in the Discord. There's a whole channel for map suggestions as well, just so you guys know. No, you're all good. That's all good, Kumura. Okay, so I don't have sound right now. That's all good. Does someone want to tell Kumura she's in charge with Tree? Meanie, I'm going to take a quick break. I just realized we hit the hour mark already. Let me find something pretty to look at. Let's just look down that way. That'll do. I'm going to go stretch my legs. I'm going to make a hot drink. And I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Tree and Kumura are in charge, guys. I trust them with you guys. I'll be back in a jiffy. You guys know when I say toilet train, like it is a literal toilet train. Like I know as soon as I walk out of here and sit down, I'm just like, I bet you someone's stirred trouble. Whoa, who's in charge of this one? Wild and Tree and Peter, you're kidding me? I did not expect you guys. Thank you so much. Let me put the camera on. I'm going bright red. I know, Tree, but like I expected you to keep some kind of order somewhere, maybe? Oh my goodness. Thank you, Wild. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Tree. I appreciate that, really. Z Minor with the tier 1 gifted sub? Wait. Z Minor and Tree? It's hard to see around. You can't control the masses. But that's why I'm just like, I handed you the keys. I handed you the reins. I was like, oh, I'm gonna walk away literally like 3 minutes. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I know it's twofold as well. And I know some people... you guys like it. I mean, you started it. Like, this is your thing. And you guys should be proud of it. You guys created the toilet train. Nowhere else. Anywhere on Twitch have I seen the toilet train. And there's something, I know it's weird to be proud of, but it's definitely something I'm proud of you guys for creating. So you just let them go. You just turned around and said nothing. Oh my god. What if like we were real children and you were just like, if I don't see it, it didn't happen. That's not how that works. Thank you so much, Tree, and to Z Minor as well. I really appreciate that. Kramer Lindsay. Blame Wild Peter. Oh my god, if anyone... Peter is the first person to push someone under the bus, I swear. That's really rich coming from a moderator who doesn't even reply to like chat. I swear. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Genuinely. I'm really curious to see who's got this one. Of course there's no order to it. Are you kidding me? I am aware of this. Okay, we need to move it this way because we've done that bit over there. Here we go. Now we're getting into the disaster that I caused the other day. Oh my gosh. When I say there's no such thing as mistakes, mistakes do happen. We had waterfall as well. There was a lot of damage actually, to be perfectly honest. I'm finding more and more areas like this where my concrete has changed. I'm okay with it. I don't mind changing it. I know I could do it with a World Edit brush, but I think I'd rather... Oh my god. We employed Moni yesterday to fix this for us because she woke me up at 5 AM yesterday for a meeting. 5 AM. She called me at 5 AM for a meeting that was at 6 AM. That wasn't organised. I was so tired. What the crap is going on? Oh really? Crimmit. I had no idea. Thank you for the $1, Crimmit. I actually really appreciate that. That's very sweet. Is your name Kramer? Is Crimmit Kramer? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, guys. Congratulations on your participation in a toilet train. Toilet train is definitely the name of the game here for sure, and that's something you guys started and you should be very, very proud of. It's very unique. Let's just say that. Very unique. Very, very unique. How do I even fix this? I've gone bright red. I can feel it. Who got the cherries? Thank you so much, Lee. Thank you, Cloudy Day. Thank you, Wild. I really, really thank you so much, guys. Theo, let me update that as well. So who's got it? Wild, yeah. Yeah, Poopy. And Z Minor. Congratulations, guys. Let me change that for you. That's so crazy. Oh my gosh. Who have we got? Wildfire and Z Minor. It was, wasn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Congratulations, guys. You're leading the toilet train now. You're up the top. You know, don't forget to wash your hands. I'd hate for you to get pink eye. I mean, that would be funny, but... Thank you for Priscilla. Thank you, Priscilla, for the follow. I apologize. I was talking about pink eye as you came in. That's a fantastic start, you know. But I mean, it is what it is. Kind of thing. So. Thank you so much. And a host as well. Wow, you're so kind. How you doing? How's things? What are you up to? If you don't have to tell us a little bit about yourself, but you're welcome to if you want to. Thank you, Priscilla. That's really kind. I'm kind of confident I can say we're pretty much on the back end of the forest now. I know we've been to a lot of these places already, so I know there's not going to be too much fixing. I know it's a little bit dark as well to watch, so I do apologize, but I want this bit to be fixed. You need to rehost after Kumara. Oh, thank you guys. And as you know, hosting is a way to support someone that you really enjoy their content and you want to help them, and it doesn't cost you anything as well, so feel free. I feel overwhelmed all of a sudden. Thank you, Tree. It's a good way to appreciate someone without spending any money. Because as you guys know, and I always say, the support is not always financial. It's not always financial. Not everyone can support that way. And we understand that. Oh, wholesome. Yuck. Yuck. I don't even know what our record is. I think Money, what's our record? It'll be later on, for sure, as part of the plan. What? Meanie is such a good host, I swear. Honestly, like, do you know what? If we were friends with Meanie, like, in real life, as in, like, if we went to her house kind of thing, like, if we were in that kind of friend circle, she would be, I know it, Meanie, you would be the type of person, if we ever came to your house, you would always have food. Always, always, always have food. Someone comes around, and I think that's in part your personality, but I know there's definitely the South American way as well, is to, you know, fill someone's tummy, and sometimes a good feed can make you feel better and maybe won't fix your problems, but, you know, having some food in your tummy makes you feel a little bit better. So that's really kind, by the way, as well. Thank you so much, Tree, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Priscilla. Priscilla, you are super welcome. You are stuck with us for a whole month now. Sorry, not sorry. Hey, this is a good place to get stuck, I promise you. We're good people. I always say, if we were doggos, we'd be good doggos. For sure. Thank you, Tree. That's really, really kind of you. Thank you so much for paying it forward. I appreciate it. So if you guys are new here as well, I'm making an adventure map. Now, I make a lot of adventure maps. It seems to be my thing now, and I'm okay with that. There's something of it's like a hole I've dug myself into, and I'm okay with that. So we're making an adventure map, and the reason why I'm streaming it is a lot of people quite often ask, like, how I built this or how I built that and stuff like that. So what I thought to do was I thought I'd stream it. No, what I didn't, oh, see you later, Paprika. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. It's always nice to see your lovely face. The door is always open for you. That's almost a song, but not quite. So I started streaming this, and somewhere in the mix I lost my job due to COVID. So this became my full-time thing, and here we are now. Fast forward 8 weeks, and here we are. So anxiety and stress aside, and financial strain aside, this is freaking awesome, I swear. When I wake up in the morning, and even if I am having a day where I'm like super anxious, I am so blessed to do this for a living, and I acknowledge that for what it is. And I'm so lucky you guys want to, at least even if you just want to lurk and say hi, or say hi in front of everyone, or be here or whatever, like every little bit of support actually really helps. Just so you guys know that. It is an XLR mic, but I've got a USB plug for it. Well, what I could probably do is actually send you the specs. I got a Hoser cable for it. Instead of getting an amp, I chose to go with the USB cable for it. So it was actually recommended, this microphone was recommended to me by a friend, and I was in voice with him for like 2 hours one day, and I took notes, and I bet you he didn't believe me that I took notes, but I did. I actually genuinely took notes. I was getting a lot of good advice that day, and this microphone was listed as probably one of the better ones, and I looked further into it and he wasn't wrong. It is Australian, that's fine, I won't hold it against the microphone, you know. But it's probably one of the best financial decisions I ever made, was investing the money into like a really good microphone. Splitting it from my headphones was what I needed to do. I always had terrible quality with that because I couldn't split the audio. So, what's this? You just found it for sale? Wild. Yes, I highly recommend it. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. What I've done is, literally, I just bought this. I could probably find it for you. It's a. It's a Hoser. It's a UXA 1110 TrackLink microphone XLR female to USB interface cable. That's what I got. It wasn't cheap. I know that cable was about $110 New Zealand, so it's not a super cheap cable, but it means you can just plug it into the butt of the microphone, plug it into the back of your PC, and it just works. So what I'm doing now is I haven't actually gone down the road of splitting my audio properly. And I know if Scout's watching, he's probably just like, oh god, I tried to make Kimmy do it. I tried. So I've literally just plugged it in and used it as is. So I know this microphone has a lot more to it than what I'm currently pushing it to do. But I highly recommend, while definitely getting yourself like a really, really good standalone mic. It changed things, and I have so much more confidence now because I know my sound is better, which is not always good because, you know, you can probably hear me when I'm like really nervous or anxious or overwhelmed for whatever reason. You can hear it even better now. But I think having good audio definitely, I think for the confidence boost alone is worth its weight in gold. Honestly, I would pay it again tenfold, just to have the confidence knowing that I sound okay. So you guys can hear my Kiwi accent, and just hear how fabulously better it is than the Australian or the British accent. Just gonna throw that out there, guys. For sure. But it's definitely worth it. Wild. I definitely highly recommend getting a good mic. You got Briggsy helping you with how to put the mic from a mixer board into a computer. Well, you could do that as well. I chose not to buy a mixer or an amp. That's why I decided to go with the cable. Just cleaner, tidier, personally. But I mean, if anyone wants the link to what I bought, come on, server. I'm happy to send you the links of what I did get in the end. What I should probably do is just set it up with Amazon. Because that's something I'm learning to use as well. Actually, is Amazon, now that I think about it, because it's just, people don't really use Amazon in New Zealand, obviously. It's available to us, but it just takes so long for stuff to get here. Like FTB said yesterday, he was like, yeah, 6 freaking months to send anything to New Zealand. And I'm like, you're kind of not wrong. Hello, tree. I'll just fix you since you're in front of my face. What's this? You spend way too much money on Amazon. What do you buy on Amazon? It costs you so much money. I'm curious. I think my next purchase needs to be a sippy cup, you know, because I'm not responsible. I haven't spilled anything yet today, this week. You wouldn't mind to see it? Well, I would love to send you what I bought. So at least you can see what goes together. I also chose to go with the Rode PSA one, the boom arm, and I bought the shock mount as well to go with it. Because I'm like, well, if I'm...
Join the darkness.
Oh my god! Mama Sugar!
We have sugared confections.
Sweet baby Jesus. I think if you're going to spend the money on it, you might as well just like go all in wild and just buy everything and do it. Mama Sugar, far out. Holy crap cakes, you're not wrong. I've even turned it down. This is the thing, Mama Sugar. It still scares the crap out of me. I'll have you guys know she chose her own sound. I would like you to know I'm not affiliated at all with Dark Side or Sugared Confectionery. What you put in your mouth is your business. I'm not even gonna go there, guys. But Mama Sugar, how you doing? Oh, guys, tell you what, Mama Sugar's got a dark side, that's for sure. She's a dark horse. Just gonna put that out there right now. She's definitely a dark horse. We had lots of fun yesterday though, right? Do you agree, Sugar? I had a lot of fun, definitely. That was good fun. I was just telling everyone that Lee's accent is not as posh as I thought it was. That means nothing, but I don't know what I expected, Lee. Something. I'll tell you what, Wild, if you want to message me on Discord and remind me to send you like the cable and the links and stuff like that I got if you just want to check it out. But if you also want to remind me to do the world edit tutorial, publish that, that'll be a reminder for both of us, because I think that would be awesome. Maybe that can be the next thing I publish on Planet Minecraft. You can just get it out there for everyone. I'd love to do that. It's not dated, but it's a very simple tutorial. I wouldn't say basic. It kind of is basic, but I mean, it's enough to get you started if you don't know what you're doing. And especially if you don't have someone to stand next to you and go, right, this is what you need to do and where you need to go and stuff like that. And watching videos is all good. I think there's a lot more to it than what you can find on YouTube. How the crap are we gonna put paths through this, guys? This bit's not so bad, but it's a cool rock. I like the rocks. For sure. Yeah, Jamie's here. Well, it's Saturday in New Zealand, guys, and we are shifting basically this weekend and started next week, so we are certainly burning the midnight oil, and we all are pretty tired, that's for sure. Right, I know I've done this tree. Definitely. Thank you guys, honestly. Don't go. Did you clip it, Mama Sugar? Far out. What is this? She's in here for 2 seconds. She immediately starts clipping and throws out a disclaimer. So, you know, well, that's quite smart, actually. Very admirable. Definitely. Oh my goodness. Oh man. So nice to have you guys here. It really is. And also thank you, Kumada and Tree. I think Tree was mainly there. I think Kumada couldn't hear properly. Thank you for looking after the chat while I went and made a fresh drink. I appreciate that. I really do. You guys are very good to me. Very, very good to me. We're not going to get wholesome today, guys. I think yesterday was like enough. I still have a headache from yesterday. I'm not even kidding. It's probably loosely associated with how much water I have not drunk today, which is 100% my fault, but I don't want to acknowledge that. So I'm trying not to get super wholesome. I think I made Mama Sugar cry yesterday too, but it was happy tears, and I know that, but I am sorry. Probably wiped you out as well, Mama Sugar. Probably made you a bit more tired than you needed to be, so but you're watching in the background, yes, Jamie is playing Sins of the Solar Empire. If you guys don't know what that game is, it's a mod for, and I forget what the name of the original game is. Jamie, is it just Sins? I think it is. I don't know. If anyone else knows the game, put your hand up for sure, but it's a strategy game. I think the only strategy game I'm really good with was Command & Conquer, if you guys know. I was a pro at Command & Conquer. Yeah, we're not going to put anything in there. Or are we? I'm going to have all these like random screenshots, and like when I go back through my folder, I'll be like, what am I doing? Sins is the base. Okay, and that's the one. There we go, Jamie. Something along those lines. But if you like strategy games, you should probably give it a go. I think it's pretty neat with the Star Trek mod. There's a noisy plane. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Probably not. Here we go. I think we're making pretty good progress. I'm finding less to fix as I go through, which is pretty exciting. After this bit, we'll put in some water. Water? How's that, Lee? Water? Could you hear the plane? Really? I'm surprised you could hear it over your train conductor badge, Mr. Fancy Pants. I painted the rock. I'm okay with that. Oh, the ground was wiggling for a second there. It gave me the heck. There we go. Yeah, lots of stuff like this. Lots of stuff like this. Actually, I probably could just build it out a little bit. There we go, like that. Oh, bless you. Who was that? Mama Sugar! How you doing today anyway? Don't ask me how the weather is. Feel free to answer the question I ask you. That was a good old English accent, do you reckon? What? Jamie. If you guys don't know what that is, a sea doggo, that is Jamie. I think my brother's trying to call me. Jamie really likes baby seals, and this seal in particular was actually too scared to go into the water. Sorry, the water. And it literally stands on the edge of this like ice, like a hole in the ice, making that like noise constantly for like 20 minutes. I don't even know if it gets into the water in the end. I think it's, I'm just so entertained by the sound the seal is making. But there you go, it goes to show there's anxiety even in the animal kingdom, and we know this. Whenever I'd go away, I remember Jackie would get like the worst anxiety ever, and she'd just act funny, especially once she saw my suitcase come out of the wardrobe. So yeah, there's anxiety even in the animal kingdom, so I'm sure you guys know that. For sure. Oh, show. What's this? How was breakfast? Mama Sugar, I ask you because I care. And you can't tell me not to care because you're not my real mom. So, no. Hey, breakfast was tasty though, since you ask. God, oh my god, I love breakfast, guys. I'm such a foodie. Clearly, you don't get this many chins without earning them. So clearly, I don't know, you guys breakfast people? I'm definitely a breakfast people. How am I gonna fix this bit? It needs to go up, that's why. Ugh. Go down there. Oh, I'm such a fan of breakfast. Oh, I see, it's a hollow one. Okay, well let's just put you in there like that. That's my Kumura accent. Like the Moilosaurus. Oh, that's not even the right accent. That's terrible. Let's not even go there. I don't want to hear how you're doing poorly. Well, I wouldn't ask if I didn't want to know. Mama Sugar. It's okay. We can talk about it later if you want. It's up to you. It's up to you. Yeah. Good. Good, good. Good. This is a disaster. Like, it's so messy. If you know I'm gonna hide good stuff in this forest, but it's gonna be so hard to traverse that I think I'm gonna have to make the loot in this forest like really good to actually make it worth your time. I feel like I've been here. I'm feeling confident. I think we're making really good progress, guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think we are. What's this? International airports don't take a break in their work. This is true. So that's why it's shift work. It will get better, Mama Sugar. For sure. And I mean, I say that. Sometimes a problem shared is a problem halved. I know, unless it's like physical. Like if you're actually really in pain today. I can't fix that. I'd give you a hug if I could. I'd give you love hearts. It will definitely get better. You'll see. You'll see. There's always a silver lining somewhere. Even if you can't see it in the moment, it's there. It's there. Sometimes they just take a while to show themselves. You know, like they say about a knight in shining armor. It might be a scribe in rusty armor instead. There, you just gotta look. Look, wait, be patient. So wiggly. I like it. I think. I actually think we're doing okay, guys. Yeah, I think there's less and less to fix. This is good. This is positive. The other thing we need to fix is there's quite a bit of work to do in the magic forest as well. I know there's like the odd floating tree in the magic forest as well that has to be fixed. But there's something we could do maybe, like if we take a break from the mines and stuff like that, we'll do little fixy things. little fixy things that take time, kind of like this kind of stuff, which is nice to do. I don't know about you guys, I'm actually quite enjoying it. It's very calming, very, very calming. Like that. There's a couple here that are not so good, right? I like this song as well. This is a nice song. Where's my mouse? Tell you what, Wild, what are you doing for the rest of your day? And Kumara, if you can hear me as well, what are you up to? You have to, guys. You have to let me know what you're doing today. Also, Jack, if you're still there, thank you for your raid, and feel free to tell me what you're up to for the rest of your evening. It's a bit later in the States right now, even though it's Saturday morning in New Zealand. We're just trying this weekend thing, this New Zealand weekend thing, just to see how it's going and how different it is. It's unusual for me to stream on a Saturday because I do need to take a break here and there as well. But I do know that there's a lot of people streaming on the weekends, so I know that it's like a slightly tougher community to crack into, the weekend streaming kind of thing. And I think we'll see how it goes, and feel free to give me a bit of feedback as well if you feel like it's worth it or if it's not worth it. As I say, open door, open to suggestions as well, even if it's an opinion. You know, like Z Minor not liking my snow, which, you know, they didn't say, but that's what I read for whatever reason. What's this? You have no excuses, you must talk. What, me? I mean, I try. I must talk. Sometimes I just like the song. If I had my way, like a stream like this, I would probably... I mean, I really like talking, as you can tell, but I would probably do a silent stream and do this a little bit slower with this kind of chill music and just fix the terrain without it, because I know like it comes and goes, this kind of sort of vibe and stuff like that. I know I'll get excited in a second. It's probably because I'm not drinking coffee, which I should be drinking coffee. Because it's Saturday morning and I'm technically working. You guys are technically my employers. I am your employee. Yeah, give me the right tree. Mama sugar. Please. Happily. I know, Z Minor, I'm just taking the mic because I misread your comment. As I do. Oh, I get it wrong all the time. I really do. But I guess if you guys are streamers yourself, you'll understand too. Like, it gets a bit messy sometimes with what's coming, what's going. It's easy to misread. It's easy to get the wrong end of the stick. I mean, I can tell you firsthand, I get it wrong all the time. But I mean, it's part of it. That's what makes us stand out, right? No. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Look at that. How great is that? We're like two ships in the night, just passed each other and didn't see anything. It's all good. It's all good. I'm neither here nor there. I'm not bothered. I'm thoroughly enjoying this though. This terrain fixing. I don't know. I'm really liking it. I think because it's stressless. I'm fairly confident it's because it's stressless. Now drink again because the bot. Oh, did the bot not tell me? Did you just make me do it because you said so? Oh, thank you. Mama Sugar, I just see what Mama Sugar says. Seriously, if like Meanie or Mama Sugar say anything in chat, I literally do it. I take it as Bible and I just don't even question it. I need to be more aware of what's going on in that respect. They could probably tell me anything and I'd believe it. It's not a bad thing. It is right here. Oh, Peter, what are you up to for your weekend, Peter? Now that you've had the interview, you feel like it went positively. I am super happy for you as well, and I'm actually really happy to see that you're being more conservative with your money as well. That's a good thing. What are you up to for the weekend? What have you got planned? You gonna sleep in, or have you reset your sleep schedule? What have you been doing? That kind of thing. Tell us. You know, please don't ignore me. You know, like you did ignore me. Dogcraft. Remember that time? I'm gonna bring it up like every time I see you. I'm gonna bring it up for like the next year. Sleeping, eating, raving, repeating. Get rave? Define rave. Or not. Maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. Do we trust Peter? Mama Sugar is just like, okay, do I need the wooden or the marble rolling pin? Depends on what Peter's answer is. Well, I don't have any proof. Oh no, you're not wrong, I don't. You're not wrong. I'm gonna fix this one. Here. This is great. God, I'm really excited. There's like less and less to fix. Which is kind of a shame because I'm enjoying this, but also it's good because... Oh, I see what we're doing. We're cutting. We're cutting in and out. Okay, that's all good. Making zigzags. Ah, oh no. Oh no. She's like, what? Oh no. Probably not. That's what we put there. Yeah, there we go. I think zigzagging was the right idea. I think we're on the other side of this rock before. From what I can see. Tell you what, the weekends definitely have a different feel to them. It's way different feels on the weekends to the weekdays. That's for sure. No, Kim, no. Make this one a little bit different. Yes. That's better. Sometimes I have to stop myself as well because I will actually faff like that to the point where I don't like it. I like that with the leaves actually. Oh my god, your Wooler text just gave me a fright, Peter. I was like, oh my god, someone's spamming. Give me a second. Come here, phone. There we go. Please. You gotta go. That's all good, Cloudy. Thanks for hanging out. I actually really appreciate it, especially on a Saturday morning in New Zealand. Should know it's a Friday evening for the rest of the world. Mama Sugar is now lurking. Oh, okay. Well, Mini's still here. I was like, trouble. Okay, no trouble. We can only get into trouble if Mini and Mama Sugar aren't here. Thank you so much, Time Master. Actually, I really appreciate that. I did touch on that yesterday as well. It's a responsibility and a privilege as well to be trusted with Escalia and also to be trusted with something that Meanie and Crafty and a few others really nestled and grew themselves. So thank you. I appreciate their time. That's really kind of you to say that. I hope I do them proud. Truly when I say that, I don't... Yesterday I literally like cried it out. I was like, after stream I was such a mess. It's a real privilege to take over, you know, something someone else has done and like look after their heritage. Something like that. An hour and 44 minutes? What? Are you kidding me? Already? Oh my gosh. Well, okay, Meanie. Oh, look how pretty that is. That's so pretty. Well, we've probably got like another 45 minutes, I'd say, guys, and we'll pay it forward to someone else, see who's streaming, see what we can do, see if someone else out there is playing Minecraft, see if I can find someone to pass on the love. Do you know I'm really fond of as well? It's a good way to, as you guys know, it's a good way, it's a good thing as well when you make someone else's day. It's a good feeling and it's something that you can hold on to and be proud of as well, that you've changed someone else's day. or you've changed their week, or you've changed their outlook on, maybe they were having a really crappy mood and they were thinking about things. I like to call it stinking thinking. Literally is what it is when you're just brooding and you're so grumpy, and you know, you just sort of like, you're just chewing on things and mulling things over in your brain, and it's just going around in a negative circle. So I call that stinking thinking. And it's, maybe someone is having an average day, maybe they didn't want to hit that go live button today. You know, and the least we can do, even if there's, I don't care, even if there's only a couple of us, just going over to someone else and just saying, hey, you're doing a good job. You know, we like what you're doing and we're here to say hi and support you and boost your confidence. Maybe that's all they need, is just someone to be that kind and change their attitude for them. Or help them see a different way to, you know, what they were thinking that day or how they were feeling. And I know you guys do that to me. You do that to me all the time. I'm not even kidding, all the time. And I know I can say, like, to, like, you know, my moderators, say, hey guys, today's really not a good headspace day, and they're like, you're okay, Kimmy, you got this, you can do that, we're here for you. And sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes even if it is like, how you feeling, and they're like, yeah, how's the weather, you know, you pick up what they're putting down, but you're still letting them know that you're thinking about them and caring about them. So what we like to do here, and what I like to do, and I encourage you to join me on, is to pay it forward and just to, you know, let someone know you're thinking of them and tell them they're doing a good job. So I think we'll do that. I think I'm pretty happy with the sweep through the forest. I can see the bits I haven't been to. Oopsies. I haven't done any water features yet. I actually forgot today. On Saturdays I only do I do less than 3 hours on a Saturday, just because I'm aware that it is like the same kind of end time for my moderators, and they turn into pumpkins, just so you guys know, plumpkins. So I don't want to go too late for them as well at the moment. But if you're here and you're on Twitch on a Friday night or Saturday morning, I think that is awesome. I think that means you're staying out of trouble a little bit. I'm hoping that you're being a good human, looking after your body, staying in, not getting into trouble. That's what I like to think anyway. Oh wow, this is like a whole broken part. Look at it, it's so messy. I was like, yeah, look, we're making really good progress. Nick minute. So Nick minute. Here we go. Oh, so chill. I swear this music is insanely chill, which is great. This is what I want. Are you fixed? Are you fixed? Very good. Very good. My toes are cold, that's for sure. Peter says, any gathering of people centered around listening to and dancing to electronic music as played by a set of live DJs originated in 1989. I know what a rave is, you egg. Originated in 1989 in the UK as an underground, often illegal gathering in abandoned warehouses, often characterized by the positive psychedelic atmosphere, influenced often but not always by mind-altering editors, I'm assuming, along those lines. Yeah, it's I know what a rave is. I forgot I said that to you, Peter. Not literal. Oh my gosh, you're such an egg. Such an egg. Definitely a chill day today. I'm enjoying this very much. Tell you what as well, if you guys are... I was waiting for that. I knew someone was going to do that in that moment. I knew it. Actually, I might brush this. Yeah. Also, if you're lurking, thank you for the lurk in the background. I'm not saying it to call you out of lurking. Please feel free to stay in the shadows. They are there for a reason. They are there for your lurking pleasure. If you're lurking, thank you. Thank you for the support, the quiet support from the background. I appreciate it. I really do. So if you're lurking, I acknowledge you. Thank you very much. Oh, you're actually not wrong. Meanie, how many channel points have you got? I'd be curious. You have to tell me. And no, I can't add or take away channel points as well. I can... Secret? I can not redeem things for you and you'll get your points back. Like if you redeem something and it doesn't get done, I know I can cancel that and you'll get your points back, but I can't actually. Where am I looking? Oh, you're a big floater. I can't actually give points out, so I'm kind of curious, like, a lot of you are here a lot of the time, so you probably got quite a substantial amount of points. I think Scout's the most, 96k. You're actually kidding? Are you serious, Mimi? And you yeah. Meanie. Guys, Meanie was first here today as well. She's such a good mom, I swear. Meanie is like my Minecraft mom, and I know there's a lot of us under her wing. She's mother hen. She's literally like a mom going to her kids' soccer practice, you know? Even though she's got other kids, she'll still make time to make sure that each child feels special. And that's what you do, Meanie. Thank you so much. You make me feel unique and you make me feel special, and I know you've got like a million other things to do and a million other things going on. You still make time for me, so thank you. Yeah, I'm not crying, you are. Whatever, guys. Can't. You're not my real mom. But you do. You make time for me and you make me feel special. Even though you got a million things going on, so thank you. That's first of all, that's actually really good, Z minor. Oh yeah, me too, Mimi. I love you too. Yeah, that's the thing with your kids. If you're under Mimi's wing, if she takes you under her wing, the first thing is you can't get out, and the second thing is she'll always make you feel included and special. Even though there's probably like 500 of us under her wings, maybe 1,000. Progress, guys! Progress is being made! Whose idea was it to make such a big map with so much landscape to terraform? I think the next map I make will be a bit smaller. You can quote me on that one. Smaller. Thank you, Mama Sugar. Thank you. Thank you for the host. I do appreciate it. I really do. Every little bit helps. You spoil me also, Mama Sugar. You do. You absolutely do. It's kind of lucky I don't have like Mama Sugar and Meanie if they're my Minecraft mums. Like I don't really have like a good cop bad cop thing with them because they're just good cop. Which kind of defeats the purpose of good cop bad cop. They're like, alright, fine, who's gonna discipline Kim? Okay, none of us. Alright, okay, someone should have a word with her. No, we're good. You do it. No, you do it. No, you do it. No, you're good. I need to go stretch. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, well, I'll delegate. Okay, fine. Who's gonna tell Kimmy off? Okay, no one. We'll just let it slide. It's probably what goes on behind the scenes. And then they just sit there and like, get out of my head, Sugar. No, meaning you get out of my head. And then they're just sitting there just like cracking skulls, basically, because they're so similar. Am I right? Yeah, I know. Mama Sugar. Hey, I can build small things sometimes, guys. I've done it before once, somewhere. I don't know if there's proof, but you know, I did it one time, I think, somewhere. I can't help it. I have issues, guys. I have many issues. Don't even start me there. But oh, this is good. This is really encouraging. I think we're kind of getting there, which is good. I will sweep again, just to make sure. Yeah, there we go. I think there's just nothing worse than having this beautiful map and then just literally one thing that you see pulls you out of the immersion, and it kind of undoes like all the work that's going on. So what's this? Sounds like Simon's small cow farm. How small was it? How small was it? It was my idea. Oh, I totally know. I don't. He's a dirty liar. Thanks, Jamie. I thought we were friends. Please don't make me laugh when I'm like drinking coffee or anything. I swear, Meanie almost made me spit out my coffee this morning with her alert. It actually wasn't Meanie. The first thing I did, oh my god, it's a disaster. I've actually posted it in OG builds. I could probably repost it again for you guys if you wanted to see it. It's so bad. It's so bad. I don't know what idea I had in my head, but I put down carpet. I found a little cave under my base and it carpeted the cave for whatever reason. And it's not just carpeted nicely, it's a freaking rainbow carpet. I'm not even kidding. I went nuts and I was really proud of it. And it was the entrance to my mine, which was like a basic strip mine. And then at the start of each strip mine, I skipped 1 block instead of 2 because I didn't understand how Minecraft worked back then. I put the sign at the start of each strip mine. And I put the date on it when I started it and the date when I finished that channel, and then moved over 1 block. It was so inefficient, and I don't know why I dated the mines either. I'm not even kidding. I actually put the dates on the mines with signs. I was such an egg. And then I remember getting a bit of lag because I must have just had like basic internet or whatever back then. I was like, oh my god, that was an interesting mining experience. And everyone on the server was like, what? I was like learning how to multiplayer as well. Oh, Jamie. Son of a gun. Jamie, get wrecked. Whatever. Fine. I didn't want my coffee anyway. It's not an issue. I know coffee sucks. Thanks, Jamie, for redeeming your channel points. Green is on the top. I will do a green one, guys, if you want to have a look down in the channel points. There's some new ones in there. The prices have been changed ever so slightly. There's a super new one in there if anyone is interested in redeeming that as well. I'm waiting for someone to buy it. But I did a little bit of jiggly pokery. This is apple. Appropriate. Oh, Jamie. And it's really close to lunchtime too. You're such a butt. I hope this one's not sour, because that would be... Oh, yuck. Oh, it's so gross. It's like... Oh, I can't breathe. It's so gross. It's like... Thank you, Mama Sugar, for redeeming. Now my mouth is watering like so hard out. I swear. I'm just gonna spend the west of the stream grimacing. That was really unpleasant. It's making me my mouth water like down the bottom of my Minecraft. And the bottom of my cheeks. Thanks, Jamie. At least now it's sweet. Do you guys know what tangy apples are? Now it tastes like a tangy apple. I don't know what. Oh, it's Minecraft. Guys, if you don't know as well, every time I see Minecaft, I will say it. If you guys haven't seen the video for Miracle Whip, about this kid that literally eats like a whole tub of Miracle Whip in order to review it, he's a Miracle Whip. And that's the tone I take when I see Minecraft, which is kind of not making fun of kids, but just, you know, just having a wee laugh with it. And it's like, Minecraft? Well, I play Minecraft. I like Minecraft. Because I do like Minecraft. I'm an adult. I like Minecraft. Jamie, that has literally ruined like every single taste bud in my mouth. Do you guys remember that time, like, who was it, Peter? You redeemed it and then Lee redeemed it and I had to do 2 at once? That was horrible. I think that was the time I almost said that, like a bad word in stream. Where am I? Not F8. Oh, we're over here. Oh, we're really close to where we need to finish the shelf mushrooms as well. This lolly is literally gonna sit down the bottom of my mouth for the rest of the stream. Every time I think about how sour they are, my mouth starts watering. It's really unpleasant, guys. Really unpleasant. It's honestly like putting a whole teaspoon of like, what is it, bicarbonate soda? What is the one that makes everything fizzy in your mouth? Like, it's horrible. Thank you, Mama Sugar too. Did I just say that? I don't know if I did. If I didn't, you get 2 thank yous. Thank you for redeeming your channel points on Nimby. I think that is a noble cause for you to spend your Mitchell. To spend your channel points. I live with lack of patience. Lack of patience is my flatmate. There's 4 of us in the house. Ruben and Jamie sort of split things, and Mitchell and I split things. And 9 out of 10 times I like him. In this moment, I don't like him. Mitchell, you sit there like, all right, Mr. 90s, pick a color. If you guys do exclamation mark beans, I don't lie. You lie, Mitchell. Whatever. Yeah, it's like 8 out of 10 times I like him. If you do exclamation mark beans, Mitch, you can pick a color, and it'll also tell you what the possible outcome will be for the beans. My mouth is still watering. It's so gross. Oh my god, Jamie, did you encourage him? I'm really excited about lunch, and now I'm just like... if you've never tried toxic waste, they're actually pretty intense. For like 30 seconds, they're like super intense, and then they calm down. Now it's just like a lolly. She lies. Every time I look up, all I see is Mitch is just like, she lies. Yeah, whatever. The purpley brown ones. Mitch says green. All right. Let's see if I can open it without spilling it. Thank you, Mitch, for spending your channel points. If you guys don't know, Mitchell has like a butt ton of channel points because he always has my stream up to support me because he's a good flatmate. You see, we like Mitch. Not in this moment, we don't. Green. The lime one. Oh, we're running out of green. Interesting. I might have to buy another packet. What am I gonna... I'm gonna mute it so I can chew Jamie's lolly and then I really don't like eating on stream. This is my own fault. Alright, green, Mitch. This is a green one. You probably can't see it. My white balance is probably like way out. As it is, if you guys didn't know, I'm using a $17 Kmart lamp because the Elgato key light is out of stock. So I ate Jamie's lolly on that side. I'm going to eat this on this side so I can use different taste buds. It tastes like tea. It tastes like Yorkshire tea. I'm not even kidding. It tastes like Yorkshire tea. Mitch, do you want to come in here and do one? Come on. You should come in here and do one. He's going to be like, no. No way I'm going in there. Yeah, he will. If I pressure him enough, he should come in and do one. If Mitchell comes in here, it might be the long clippings. It tastes like tea. It actually tastes like tea. If Mitchell comes in here, guys, you guys have to pick the color that he does. Oh, we're here. The shelf mushrooms that I'm not completely happy with. Double dog dare Mitch. Mitchell, I triple dare you to come in here and to do either a bean boozled or a toxic waste. It's the least I can do. Sharing is caring, right? And I care about you sometimes. So I think this is the least I could do for you, is to like share my lollies with you. My mum always taught me to share. Oh, he's here! Which one do you want to do? Do you want to do the toxic waste of being boozled?
What do the people want?
What do the people want? Okay, you've been like double dog dared. Purple, brown, toxic. Okay.
Alright.
They're so sour. Do you want to sit and stream?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, you don't have to move.
Yeah. Grab a seat. Say
Oh,
hi.
I remember these as a kid. Is this gonna
Grab a seat.
make me have a seizure?
No.
Hello, people. Toxic waste. Black cherry. Artificially flavored.
This is gonna be gold.
This is gonna be gold. You want to
gold.
see someone throw up on live stream, yeah. Oh, it's all stuck to the wrapper.
Yeah, they're really sticky.
Oh.
I'm not doing another one. My mouth is ruined. These are disgusting.
Well, there you go. No
I'm gonna
lunch
have some
now.
coffee. No, no lunch.
I won't hold it up to the camera. Oh.
Do it.
Right.
You're like, yeah, yummy.
Tastes like the sunrise on a cold morning.
It's not nice.
Oh god. Do I have to chew it or can I just like swallow it?
You can just walk away.
Well,
Yeah, Thanks.
I'm out.
Bye. God. 11 out of 10. Oh. Guys, you got mentioned. That is fantastic. Oh my god, I'm smiling so much. Oh, my headphones are knotted. I guess that's instant karma. That's so gold. I know, and it's so unpleasant as well. Like, it's just tastes like a sunrise. Yeah, whatever. Toxic waste. For all your toxic waste needs. Thank you guys for like double dog daring him. You guys have also just met Mitchell. I think that is absolutely fantastic. Oh, what a good way to end the stream, I reckon. Oh, I couldn't have planned that better. Oh, my face is really sore from laughing. Good on you, Mitch. You are a good sport. Thank you for bowing to peer pressure. We don't encourage peer pressure. I think that was peer pressure. Yeah, hi Dutch. At least you're not coming in like kicking the door down like some people. Lord Frozen. I'm sure he's not here today, but if he was, some people like to come in and kick the door down. Thank you for being really polite about it, Dutch. You just missed my flatmate. Mitch came in and he was double dead to toxic waste. They are disgusting. Like, they start off, you're like, oh. And then you're like, oh, yuck. And then it just turns into like this nasty, super sweet lolly, which is like horrible. Like, it's so sweet. So, so sweet. But now you guys have met Mitch as well. Also, if you didn't know, when we move into the new house is a lot bigger. The boys have given me, again, the spare room, which is fantastic. But Mitch is going to start streaming too. So I reckon I would really love to, like, encourage, you know, when Mitch gets into it, check out his streams as well. I'll probably host him. And I think that's the least I can do because he's always lurking in my streams and I'd love to pay that back. And as I say, it's always about that. It's always, you know, that round robin of, you know, paying it forward. And I think if everyone paid it forward, just things would be so much better. I am so happy I ruined his taste buds today with that. That's literally, sorry, Mitch. Like, really happy about that. I was like, I'm definitely laughing like way too much. Love it. And now you got to meet Mitch. You're lurking as well. That's all good. All the streams, definitely Kumada. It's because I saw Kumada. It's free. It's all about paying it forward, as you guys know. So, always paying it forward. You can tell we've had some water down here, right? So I think tomorrow, now, so you guys know, tomorrow I'll be streaming at the same time, which is 10 AM my time, which will be 6 PM Eastern. And then I'm moving house. We're actually doing the last of the packing and stuff now. And then we're moving house. So there won't be a stream on Sunday evening your time, which is Monday morning my time. And we're not going to have the internet for a couple of days at the new house as well, I do believe, a day or two. So even if I wanted to stream, I wouldn't be able to. These things take a little bit of time, unfortunately. New Zealand is progressive, but on the odd occasion, we are still a little bit behind in some aspects. So what I will do on Monday is I will see who else is streaming and I'll just host someone up if I can at my normal time. And just support someone else in that little time that I usually do. That also means, yes, moderators, there's 3 days that you don't have to moderate. And inside you guys are like, praise Jesus, that is so good. We don't have to moderate Kip for 3 days. But I have to listen to her talking about the same crap over and over again. I know. What is this? You don't have one. You don't have one. He says his teeth feel like they've got a coating. I know, they're so sweet. They're so disgustingly sweet. Look what I just spotted. They are really gross. Like, and it's the same with the Bean Boozled. When you guys make me do the Bean Boozled, like, it's just so sweet and so covered in sugar and so sickly that I feel like I need to brush my teeth after eating one of them because they're just so like, and I don't have an awful lot of sugar in my diet ordinarily, so I eat a lot of chocolate, but not a lot. Just when I say a lot, I don't mean a lot. But the mods get a vacation, they do indeed. I'm glad you guys are okay with that as well. Definitely appreciate that. What's this? Chick's vacation spots. Meanie. Do you want to have a look and see who's streaming and see who we could pay it forward to? I think we're going to stream up today. I'm not sure who's live actually. I haven't even had a look at it. Seriously, yesterday as well when I did the credits, I think because Delphurnius, if you're still there, I'm calling you out. He was so incredibly generous with his gifted subs. And I thought Moni had sped up my my credit roll, and it turns out there was just such an intense amount of like credits to go through. It went through really quickly. And because I'm still learning as I go, and I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed most times, I didn't realize that like the poor bot had so many freaking names to get through yesterday. So it was just like, oh my god, Kim set it to 90 seconds. It was going like trying to get through everyone's names from all the gifted subs and stuff like that. So if you're here and you've checked me out from the gifted sub, thank you. If you're lurking, I appreciate that. Feel free to continue to lurk. And if you like what you see here and you like us, feel free to hit that follow button after I've gone offline. I would never call out anyone that's followed outside of stream. That will always stay private, because I understand some people just really do prefer lurking, and that is all good. That is all good. We appreciate the lurkers here. We really do. There's a kid who's playing on Xbox with 0 viewers. It's his birthday also, he says. Well, there's Direwolf. Okay. Oh, maybe Direwolf. I don't think we haven't been over to Direwolf before. So this kid who's playing, does he seem genuine? Is it actually his birthday? Is it actually? I could say it's my birthday. You guys wouldn't know if I'm telling the truth or not. Well, yeah, you would actually, because most of you know when my birthday is anyways. It's not a secret. Money is still there. Of course you are, Money. Money, did you see Mitch? To a toxic wake. Wait, I've literally enjoyed that way more than I should have. That was great. Oh. I was just like, we're just about done. No, we're not. That's alright. What I'll do is I'll end it here so I know tomorrow. I know to fix it from here and follow it around. I mean, I could probably do it off stream as well, actually. Probably do a little bit off stream. I don't know how much time I'm going to have this afternoon. Maybe a little bit. Just in time for the cooldown. Fabulous. Right, we should wrap it up here. This has been great. This has been a really nice chill stream. Thank you for the opportunity to stream chill for you guys too. I know that is a privilege and a blessing that not everyone gets the opportunity to do, and I'm really glad that you chose to spend a little bit of your Friday, a little bit of your Saturday with me, talking crap and eating lollies as we do, but I wouldn't change it. I really wouldn't. And like I said, I'll be doing this even if there was 5 people or 500 people. It doesn't matter to me. I'll be doing this anyway. You know, I literally have a God-given privilege to stream for you guys. So, oh my god, money! That's really cute. That's really, really cute. Really, really cute. I'm totally aware of the privilege I have of being able to stream for you guys full time and to create a map for you. Keep an eye on YouTube. I'm hoping to get a video out maybe today. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm really nervous about dipping my toes into that beast because once you start on YouTube, I know that's a bit of a hairy dog. So so keep your eyes peeled on that one. But we'll be back tomorrow anyway, definitely for sure. Who are we gonna go say hi to? Who are we gonna raid? Mama Sugar, bless your soul, bless your garden socks. You know I love you. Yeah, I know. Was it? I didn't even spot the poll. I didn't even get to vote in the poll. Let me guess. The answers were me or me. How awesome is this? Oh, this spot is just incredible. Oh man, look at our map. Thank you, Mama Sugar. I love you. I love you. I love you. What I will do, we'll switch over to here. We'll go over this way. You guys can see my ugly mug tomorrow. Tomorrow. Who are we rating, Mimi? Let me know. I've had a great day. Thank you, guys. Did you just ugly? No. No, you're not listening properly. You're definitely not listening properly. Damn it! I just got booped on the head. I don't want to do that. Get out of that. Let's move to that. Pop it over there. I would never. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate the privilege of being able to stream for you guys. I do. Who we got? Dolphin, Chiquita. There's a whole bunch of people on today. We actually met Dolphin the other day. What we should probably go say hi to her. She's I spent a bit of time on her stream and look at all you cheerers out there. And I think it's an interesting one when you stop and spend a bit of time with someone. You get to see what kind of person they are, and at first I wasn't so sure, but the longer I spent watching her stream, I was just I felt there's quite a bit in common that I had with her, and I really enjoyed her attitude and her demeanor and the way she was sort of tackling things in her life, which I thought was actually quite admirable. So thank you guys, thank you so much. Seriously, I think go over there if you guys don't know. The raid call is let's see if I can't even type. Raid call. It is #Kimspiration. If you're with us, come on over, please do. You can get channel points when you come with us. But I think what it's also about is just paying it forward and telling her that she's doing a good job and uplifting her and inspiring her and Kimspiring her, and encouraging, really uplifting and encouraging. So feel free to come on with me tomorrow, 10 AM New Zealand, 6 PM Eastern. I'd love to see you guys there. Thank you for the privilege and the blessing that I can stream for you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm not crying, you're crying.